And at the end of the day, we wanted to do an event where we bring together community organizations, employers who are looking to fill in a lot of positions.
Application submission is not by any stretch of the imagination a commitment. It's an expression of interest.
And we also have a pension plan as well.
That is so enticing. I think I might have to give you my resume as well.
The minority literally has to excel out. They have to prove themselves that they are worth it to be here.
How to own a daycare center, how be the boss of having the business.
There's lots of jobs that are available from welders, engineers, and all these opportunities are right here in Cambridge. And I'm really proud to see that we're growing and jobs are available for our youth.
Our mazhab and religion has a lot of buckets to fill. One of the bucket is rituals. What we end up doing is we just fill up one bucket.
In terms of employment, Gen Z is the most affected age group. On top of that, youth employment rate has passed 20%. But these are very genuine points of concern for our generation and our economy. However, there is a solution. Carelick and EmployNext have collaborated to put together an amazing job fair right here in Cambridge, the Islamic Centre of Cambridge. And not only are there some amazing employment opportunities, these employers have also shared what you can do as a job seeker to increase the chances of getting your application accepted. You're watching GTA Muslims Today. I'm your host, Moaeez Rehman. Let's go together and take a look. So as I'm walking around the room, the first thought that I have is there's so many unique employment opportunities, one of which that I want to introduce to you. I would like you to meet Ryan O'Neill. Ryan, thank you for being here today. Tell us more about you and how you're here today.
Thank you. So I am a member of the Royal Canadian Navy with Naval Reserve Detachment, HMCS Star, so His Majesty's Canadian Ship Star out of Hamilton, Ontario.
Thank you for sharing that. Now, for someone who's watching this video and they want to be part of this organization and this career, what is one piece of feedback that you can share with them to help them realize if this is for them?
Absolutely. The biggest pro tip I can offer is to apply. Just as simple as that. An application submission is not by any stretch of the imagination a commitment. It's an expression of interest. Through that expression of interest and the application process, we can certainly have open conversations to see if we are a fit both ways. So if we can join in your personal journey, or if the military is not quite what you were expecting, we can have that open conversation throughout the application process, where ultimately, yes, join and make some friends, have some experiences, and then learn a new occupation.
Awesome. Ryan, thank you so much for your time today.
I appreciate your time. Thanks very much.
So now I have the great pleasure to introduce you to someone who's not just dressed really well, but has a massive part in this job fair today. Brother Tamim, thank you for being here with us today. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
For sure. Thank you so much. So my name is Tamim, and I am from EmployNext, and we're one of the proud sponsors for today's event, and happy to be here.
How would you say the turnout has been today, and what were you anticipating to achieve today with this job fair?
Turnout has been fantastic. I think we're already over 300 people, so turnout has been fantastic. And at the end of the day, we wanted to do an event where we bring together community organizations, employers who are looking to fill in a lot of positions, and we're expecting a lot of newcomers, a lot of job seekers, and so far it's been great, and a lot of people are here today. I'm very excited, and I'm very impressed with the turnout.
Thank you for sharing that. Now, what is one piece of advice that we can share with a fellow job seeker that would like to work with your company that could increase their chances of getting their application accepted?
For sure. One thing that I would recommend to people who are looking for jobs is to come out to events like this. Today we have more than 5 employment service providers that are here today, offering various programs, offering various services to job seekers. So definitely coming out to events like this will definitely give them a good grasp of what's happening in the community, what services are available, and it's definitely a good opportunity for them to connect with organizations.
Brother Tamim, thank you so much. It's a pleasure meeting you today.
Thank you so much.
Now I have the great pleasure to introduce you to Ursala, who's actually been one of the more unique vendors told to us by all the job seekers here. Ursala, thank you so much for joining us. What brings you here today, and tell us a little bit more about your organization.
So what brings us here today? I'm here to represent Cambridge Memorial Hospital. We're here to support our Cambridge and Waterloo Wellington community and basically offer employment and opportunities for newcomers to come join our forces.
Very nice. Now, what's something that you can share with us today that could potentially entice a newcomer or a job seeker to take part in this organization?
So one of the things that I would think that a newcomer or an applicant or a candidate should consider when coming to work or apply at CMH would be the perks that we offer. For example, we do have employee assistance program. We also offer mental health assistance programs, as well as we partnership with many organizations in the area where we offer discount for different services. And we also have a pension plan as well.
That is so enticing. I think I might have to give you my resume as well. Now, what is one piece of advice that you can share with a job seeker that would make their application or their chances of getting a job here, it would increase the odds of it?
Okay. So my recommendation would be, first of all, never give up. It's a numbers game. And second of all, I would recommend for a new job seeker to always have a cover letter. And in the cover letter, make sure that you get to the main points in your resume and you highlight your personality, your education, your experience, and why are you the right candidate for the job.
Awesome. These are gold nuggets. Thank you so much for your advice today.
Thank you so much.
So now I have the great pleasure to introduce you to a great professional, a senior broadcaster and journalist, Brother Rashid. Thank you so much for joining us here today. What is one piece of advice that you can share with a fellow job seeker that will help their application stand out?
The first and the foremost thing is to basically excel in whatever profession they are. They have to study hard. They have to get themselves trained as hard as possible. This is a very competitive market, and they literally have to excel. And to be fair, especially when you are a minority, the minority literally has to excel out. They have to prove themselves that they are worth it to be here. And this is what I expect, not from people of my generation, but from the younger people who are all around, the excellent faces that I look around, that I see around. They have to prove themselves that they are an asset to this society and they are not a burden on this society. I think this is what I'm taking around, that most of the people around are trying to prove themselves, are proving themselves that they are an asset to this very society.
Sir, your energy is very refreshing. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks a lot.
And now I have the pleasure to introduce to you an actual familiar face. Nyla Saeed has been on a channel many times. Nyla, thank you for being here, but what brings you to the job fair today?
Number one, to give it back to the community. Number two, to find the potential candidates that we can help and support. Number three, to tell them about the industry that we are in, what experience I had, what are the opportunities available, what are the options on the table, and being in this industry almost 28 years, what I can offer to the community. So there are different angles to the industry. When people look at the daycare, they feel, oh, okay, kids, teaching, EC, registered qualified teachers, those kind of angle. That's one part of it. That yes, we are looking for qualified staff, RECs, that's called registered early childhood educators. We are looking for ECAs, assistants. We are looking for cook who have the food handler certification. We are looking for the staffs that can be a supportive staff, resource teachers, providing special needs supports. That one portion of it. Supervisors who have been in the industry, experienced, being long enough to take that role as a supervisor. So that's one angle of it. The other side of it is how to own a daycare center, how be the boss of having the business. That's the second portion of it, that we provide the consultancy, we provide the franchisee opportunities, how they can be under the umbrella of ICE Childcare, where we are standing with 30 locations across Ontario.
Beside me in the really beautiful blue blazer is Connie Cody. She's the MP of the local community, and we want to talk to her about what her experience has been like so far at this fair. Connie, thank you so much for joining us. How do you feel about this initiative, and how do you feel about the turnout so far?
Well, the turnout is amazing, and I'm really glad to see so many youth. As I was door knocking all the time, I was hearing about our youth struggling to find jobs. So having a community initiative like this, where employers and employees can meet and get together, is great. And I really encourage more of this happening. It's great that the school has been putting on this program.
Why do you think at this time right now, people are struggling to find jobs?
There's an affordability issue right now that's happening, and there's so many people looking for jobs and not enough jobs out there. And having an opportunity to come to places like this where employers who are hiring can actually meet the employees is a great benefit to ensure that they can get jobs, learn more about the jobs. And the meeting process is very important to get to know each other. And I think that'll be easier. And once you have a job, sometimes it's easier to find your second job. And this is a good entry into a new job. So I really appreciate how this initiative is happening here in Cambridge.
That makes a lot of sense because it's always a stepping stone and it gets easier from there. Now, from everyone that you've spoken to so far today, are there certain companies, job opportunities that you found that stood out to you?
Oh, not really. They're all really good, and it depends on what someone is looking for. You have your police forces that are here. You have your hospitals. There's lots of jobs that are available from welders, engineers, and all these opportunities are right here in Cambridge. And I'm really proud to see that we're growing and jobs are available for our youth.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that outside there's a lineup of individuals that want to get a job, and something of this nature I've never heard of being hosted in Cambridge. So I think for the city, for the community, this is a big milestone as well.
Well, there have been other job fairs, but I think this is one of the better ones and one of the bigger ones so far, and offering an opportunity for a great variety of different positions and roles here. And I hope to see it on an annual basis.
Sounds like a plan. So we're going to bother Connie at the next job fair, but there will be another one coming up. As we go through the job fair, which is an amazing turnout today, we're meeting so many amazing professionals with great initiatives and visions, and one of them is brother Salman. Salman bhai, tell us a little bit about yourself and what brings you here today.
Okay, good. Assalamu alaikum to you and to all those who are listening to this. Carelick Business Network is an umbrella organization for all businesses in our community, all professionals, all stakeholders. And the idea for this business network is that in our religion, we talk about the Islam, right, all the time. And one of the issues with this whole concept is that our mazhab and religion has a lot of buckets to fill. One of the bucket is trade and commerce, job and employment, science and technology, research and development, media and innovations, and these are the buckets that we need to fill. They are collectively called religion. One of the bucket is rituals. What we end up doing is we just fill up one bucket and we think mission accomplished. That's not true. So now our religious centers and ritual centers such as this masjid is doing a great job all over the place in Ontario and elsewhere to fill up the ritual buckets. But what about the rest of the buckets? If we don't fill up those buckets, then we are behind and we are not completing the spectrum of religion. So we at the Carelick Business Network, we are trying to fill those buckets of trade and commerce, job and opportunities, businesses, science and technology, research and development, aviation and innovation. And as the Almighty Allah gives us, the mankind, new wisdom, we will have to get more buckets and we have to fill more buckets down the road.
Sure.
So in this particular approach, what we have done is we have reached out to the ritual buckets and we have said now, can you help us in doing the rest of the buckets? And alhamdulillah, I was very lucky that Islamic Centre of Cambridge was very proactive. Their director, Brother Khalid, Coker, and all the other people who were with us, they spent a lot of time in working and cooperating with us. So we reached out to all the business network and we said we have a job fair. Now this job fair is slightly different compared to what a normal job fair would be. What is happening is, in the normal days, when everything is a peacetime and everything is okay, we normally do a larger trade shows and a larger job fair organized by big corporations. But nowadays, with the current US trade landscape, things are changing. So we cannot do what we have been doing conventionally. So we have to retool our approach. One of the retooling of the approach is that we do a smaller network engagement where we bring business and job opportunities together. The good side of this is that it is very less costly, not too much burden on your pocket, and also logistics. And as well as we can do hundreds of that in Ontario and thousands in the country. And if we do all that, I think one of the mission that we are trying to do will be accomplished. So this is the purpose of how we are trying to do. And once you have a smaller network of gathering, your cooperation, your collaboration, your integration is more real.
Sure.
You meet everybody together, you recognize, and we want to take this template and move on to the next stage. And we go and cooperate with all the masjid. The good thing also, the other good thing is that it puts Islam and our religious center in a very positive perspective in the community.
More than 20 employers, more than 300 job seekers came out to the Islamic Centre of Cambridge in hopes to not only get a job, but to also get the right guidance and advice to increase their chances of obtaining employment, which is a genuine concern today. You're watching GTA Muslims Today. I'm your host, Moaeez Rehman, and inshallah, we'll see you in the next video.